Hi. Hello. This is the Eye2Eye podcast. Welcome. I'm E.
I'm King Diggs.
Kill Bill.
I'm Kill Bill too.
Come on, guys. I'm K3 now.
KB3.
It's Jay Soul. We got a special guest. My man, what's up? What's your name?
D.M.T.
D.M.T, Divine Musical Transition.
There we go. And what are we talking about, guys?
Sober October.
I thought it actually stood for DMT.
Nah, Divine.
Dimethylene.
I mean, I guess that makes sense with your Instagram name.
October,
Yeah,
right?
it's October 2nd. October 2nd, we sober today. What, 2 days in, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It feels like
yeah.
2 weeks.
2 days in, and Jay already cut his hair.
Yeah.
He pulled a Britney Spears and shaved his head.
I was like, Sober October going. Great, I just cut my hair on the second day.
Free J.
I'm being oppressed. And then we're going to hopefully try to transition into psychedelics, and we could talk a little bit about that. But let's talk about Sober October. What does it mean to you, everybody?
All right, man. I went sober because I was just smoking too much goddamn weed. I was drugging a lot. You feel me? Like,
Drugging.
yeah, drugging. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of alcohol drinking.
Yeah.
So I figured, like, I'm not missing out on nothing. I might as well take the month off.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'm even participating yet. I kind of am inadvertently. I mean, I don't smoke weed or anything, but I do drink, wine and
Occasionally.
vodka sometimes. But I have not drank. So
Yeah.
I'm participating, I guess. But
Well, this is the first episode that I've ever been sober.
I was just about to say
Straight
it's
up.
kind of weird not seeing Diggs taking a bottle.
Yeah,
to
we're
the
usually drunk. Diggs is usually drunk. Billy's usually getting drunk. And I'm usually high as fuck.
and I'm making them pound shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't fall asleep till like 5 a.m. last night. Suck
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
I was just
Slept
rolling
like
around
a
in bed
baby.
doing nothing.
I went to sleep
Oh, and in a
early.
fit of rage, he was like, "You have my pillow!"
In
At
the
like
middle of the night,
3
bro.
o'clock in the morning, and I'm sleeping.
I'm sitting there for like a half hour trying to fall asleep, and I turn over. I'm like, "This is my pillow," and I look over, and she has it. I'm like, "You're a dick," and she's like, "Why?" Out of like,
As she's
half
fucking
asleep.
sleeping
She's
peacefully.
sleeping.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "You fucking stole my pillow," and then I just got up and went downstairs and laid on the couch for a while.
What an attitude. How
Yeah,
dare
I'm
you?
mad. I'm paying she stole my pillow, right?
I just went back to sleep. I didn't care.
Yeah. I'd have been mad you woke me up for some shit like that. Like, what's
Billy, how
wrong
long
with
you been sober, Billy?
My whole life. What do you mean?
Billy doesn't even smoke weed.
I'm straight
It's
edge.
not much of a challenge.
I don't
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
smoke. I don't
Kill
do
Bill
anything.
doesn't do drugs. He just kills
No,
people.
but I really don't do
He's
drugs.
taking a hiatus
I
from
don't.
murdering people.
I drink like a fish, but I
That's his
definitely don't do drugs.
What do you guys want to achieve for your Sober October? It's mainly the
clarity,
three of us.
man. I'm a
Yeah.
little foggy. You know what I mean? Like,
Feel you.
I
think
need
that's
some
the whole
clarity.
thing, like when Diggs brought it up, because he brought it up to me about, I'm gonna take the whole month of October being sober. It was like a test, you know what I mean, just to get reset in the mental. So
Facts.
and it's more about
Absolutely.
like testing my discipline too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, haven't done that in a while, so this would be a good test.
I don't think I've been sober for a whole day in like probably like 2 years.
yeah,
2
at least
years.
without weed.
So how do you feel?
No different. Annoyed.
Yeah, a little annoyed.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
a little
say
pissed
that.
off a little
Really
more.
on edge, really
Yeah.
hard to deal with.
That's called addiction, my friend.
It
Yeah,
is.
where I think I didn't notice I was an addict up until like yesterday.
Yeah.
And I didn't smoke.
So my name's Jay and I'm an addict.
Maybe I should just go light up a blunt right in front of all
That's
three
fucked
of
up.
you.
Billy, who don't smoke.
I don't
Yeah,
even smoke.
me and Iwana are gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to see that.
Yeah. I also she made a bet with me $100 that I can't make it, so that's even more reason to make it.
Yeah.
3 days from now, he's gonna be in the bathroom like $100 don't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last night I was like, I might just hit it while she's sleeping.
That's
Nah, I
not fair.
didn't.
That's cheating.
That
No,
is
I
cheating.
didn't do it. I'm sober still.
You got to be on them, E.
Good
I
for
gotta
you.
set up like hourly alarms in the middle of the night.
Oh,
watch him.
But while we were going to sleep, I'm like, I can't fall asleep. And she's like, you want a Xanax? I'm like, that just defeats the purpose. What do you mean? Like,
Right. No drugs, period.
I wasn't thinking about that aspect.
I am microdosing though. I'm not stopping my microdoses.
Well, that's
That's
drugs, bro.
Yes, that does.
It does count. I do want to microdose too, but that's
I'm on, I started a microdose.
I don't know if that counts.
Does it
because
count
I feel
as, like, being
I feel like
intoxicated?
that's-
No.
No, that's trying to
That's
better
still-
your brain.
But that's
That-
still
no.
well. Then that's like saying psychedelics.
well,
That's
you're not really like just eating shrooms. Like you're. It's like a fucking brain
I'm taking
pill,
a very
right?
tiny
it's
bit.
a brain pill.
It's a supplement, if anything.
Yeah.
I'm taking a very tiny bit
Of what, mushrooms?
of mushrooms. It's mixed with mushrooms, with psilocybin mushrooms. It's called lion's mane mushroom. It's a non-psychoactive mushroom that builds your brain nerves, and then it has niacin in it, which boosts both the psilocybin and the lion's mane to go through your bloodstream faster.
So what
in
is
your
it?
brain.
But what does it do? Like activates your
So
brain?
what's going on? Well, what happens is the lion's mane grows your nerve endings in your brain. So it's growing your nerves that have been severed, right? And then psilocybin at the same time is connecting different nerve endings that are either severed or never connected before, which is why you take so many mushrooms, psilocybin. You see things that you don't normally see. You hallucinate because it's just connecting parts of your brain that haven't been touched before. So it's like we only see 10% of this light spectrum. That's where that comes into play because you're seeing more of the light spectrum technically on mushrooms. That's
Wait,
like
so what are you taking? Like pill form?
yeah, it's a little capsule. It's a tiny little capsule. It has niacin, lion's mane, psilocybin, and that's it,
So
daily.
say if I were to take it, would I like trip?
No,
over?
No, you
wouldn't
don't
t-
feel anything.
Does it connect
Really?
just the
It's
brain
like a
nerves, or
vitamin,
will it
right?
Yeah, it's like
Reconnect
a-
my
I don't
shit?
know. That's a good theory.
What if
you
you
ask?
took? What if you
Take
took a
it.
couple of them,
What
like
did you
4 or
ask?
5? of them?
Well, then you're gonna start feeling a
What'd
little
you
bit.
ask?
Alright.
What'd you ask?
What?
If it would, I said it connects the nerves in the brain, like for healing purposes, will it connect nerves and like
That's a possibility.
kind of a joke, but now I'm kind
No.
of like,
Now I'm
Why would that be a
interested.
possibility?
now I'm
Well,
like,
not
yeah.
that specifically. You would have to kind of.
It would just be connect. If it, I'm just guessing here, but if it connects your nerves in your brain, why couldn't it continue to connect nerves in your body?
Like, would it help healing?
Why wouldn't it?
Right?
I mean, maybe.
I have no idea.
Let me
That's
get
a good.
one,
That's a
man.
good question. We gotta look that up. Somebody
I
call a
feel
doctor.
like the nerves.
He's like, I want one.
I feel like the
Yeah.
nerves
Let me
in
get
your
4 of
brain
them.
are a lot smaller,
But
like and more.
It doesn't mean it can't heal it.
I
But
feel like it's
all right.
totally
you
different.
know how your brain and your spinal cord are both connected. It's basically the sperm that went into the fucking egg, right? That's the theory. You know what I'm talking about? You never seen the picture of a sperm next to a brain with
In the
only
spinal cord?
and the spinal
Yeah.
cord only with the nerves connected?
No.
All right, but basically it's like the little sperm, the head and the tail grew into your spine and your brain, basically. So all your nerves,
okay.
all the nerves are connected from your brain, to your spine, and then throughout the rest of your body. So into your fingers, into your toes, and everything like that. So if it's connecting more nerves, then it's a possibility. It could do it in your rest of your body. I have no idea though. That's just a guess. Good question. Good talk. All right,
Interesting.
this has been the Eye2Eye podcast. Have a good night.
Well, hold on. Let's
This would be the best podcast ever if we just did that like 5 minutes.
Good talk. Good talk. Well,
Be in the
said-
Guinness
I was about to
book.
say, let's ask DMT some
Right.
questions, man. Let's find out what he does. I mean,
What's
like,
up? What do you do, DMT?
yeah, man. What's
You
your
do-
thing?
you do
What's your
DMT?
twist?
I haven't done DMT in like 5 years. I can't lie, but I do music, man. That's my life. You
I've
know,
been listening to a lot of your music lately. I fucking
I
love
listened
it.
to some on the
Appreciate
way
it.
over here.
One of my favorite
Fire.
artists.
appreciate that 100%.
What genre would you say you are in?
It's country.
I would say
Rhythm.
Rhythm and blues.
honestly,
Jazz.
I feel like it's an exception of genre with me. You know, it goes from alternative to rock to hip hop. You know, it's a mix. You know, I don't really have like a set sound.
He's not put into a box.
That's
What
what's
would
up.
you say
You know.
is the closest artist to you?
It depends, cause like I could go from the drum set, the guitar, and then singing and rapping. So I would have to choose like an artist in that realm.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to think of an artist that does all that.
Doesn't
someone
Lenny,
that I look up to that
doesn't
does
like
it.
Lenny Kravitz do stuff like
That's
that?
funny you say that, because someone I look up to, like in the general spect of music that does it all, is Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Like his Mama Said album in '91, he played the drum set, he played all the percussion,
I
he
know
played
that
the
he did
guitar, he
that.
played the bass.
Yeah,
That's the first person I thought of when you said like you do.
Oh,
like,
we
all
were
that
there
type of
because
shit.
that
Yeah.
was literally
That's what's
brewing
up.
in my head.
I love
yeah.
Lenny Kravitz.
Do you
Me
sing too?
Yeah, I try to. You know,
All
I'm
right.
not a
Harmonize.
singer, but I, you know,
Let me get a note.
everybody's voice is an instrument, so I do the best to
All
my
right,
ability.
let's
Let's hear-
harmonize.
I want to hear that high pitch.
I ain't no weekend.
Anyway, his album drops. It's like, no.
Nah, don't you got something dropping?
We got a
Yeah, what do
few
you got?
projects coming out with my cousin Slice Billy. Shout out to him.
Slice
Yeah,
Billy.
He's
we gotta
always
have him
working,
on too.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we-
definitely
Does he
gotta
like
have him on.
pizza?
he loves pizza. He loves pizza. More than one slice. You know, we got a 10-song project coming. You know, I got some acoustic lanes coming, and then just some separate EPs of my own, you know, brewing. It's kind of like on hold right now with this, but it's coming, you know.
Yeah. Well, are you working with any artists that we know of?
Eminem? J. Cole?
Eminem didn't text me back. Actually, so been waiting on that.
I thought he
Nah,
was racist.
actually, besides Slice,
I know you're working with Slice.
I had a few. I got a couple coming with Leak. I did a few
Oh,
with
wow,
him.
okay.
Yeah.
Tyleek.
Yeah, that's not.
Trife, which Leak is another cousin of mine. Shout out to the fam.
Oh, word.
You know, Trife Majors. Me and him are working on an EP
Mhm.
together. It's a big name in Long Branch.
Yeah.
One of the OGs. Pen is fire.
Yeah, he's been here
Pen
for
is
a while doing
Pen is fire.
Who's the who's like the biggest name that you have worked with?
J. Soul.
Get the fuck.
Besides Jay, Z. It's like
Don't,
nah.
don't even bring his name up. In this.
Honestly, I ain't nobody. There's nobody really big that
I mean,
because
because
it's all hometown.
I've listened to your shit, and your shit's hot. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
So
You're in your own lane, in my opinion.
I would
Yeah,
agree with you.
completely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
From everybody in Long Branch too, you and Slice are in your own lanes and different lanes too. At
Yeah,
that,
right.
At that
On,
as
I-
well.
on our
feel
way up
like-
here, we was talking about another rapper or whatever from Long Branch, and it's really no comparing y'all to. You feel me? Like I can't even see how you can compare them to.
It's
I don't see
dude,
it.
no, you
There's
can't.
no
You
comparing.
can't.
Yo, bro, nah, man. You're a fucking. You go bar for bar, and everybody else in Long Branch just talks the street shit that we've heard for what 20 years now.
And he does more than rap. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like he could go into the studio by himself and get everything done. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
like,
that's the thing. Like I feel like
you engineer, right?
everybody
Yeah,
else-
yeah. I've been mixing and mastering myself for like a year now.
That's what's up.
everybody else in Long Branch, I feel like everyone is all close knitted and close connected. That they all work together. When you were just on your own and on
Yeah.
the side doing your own shit,
You-
which is good.
You know what it is too? Growing up, I wasn't rapping. You know, I was doing drums. So
Okay.
like all the guys like GH,
yeah,
Tata, fucking everybody, Lotta Zay, everybody that was rapping, I was just more Ainge Mange. These are the people I was like listening to, like, wow, they rap. That's cool. And then at
Yeah.
19, I started to do it, and it was like, yo, I could do this, you know? So
That's what's up.
I remember one of your first songs, Sicilian Black over here with Mike D.
yeah. Shout out Mike D.
Shout out Mike D. Haven't seen that
another
guy in
family
like
member of
20
mine.
years either.
Italian side. Yeah, he's a grinder for sure.
Yeah. That was the first song, and you went off on that shit. And that was what, fucking
Sheesh.
2012 or something like
Yeah,
that.
2013.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah.
We did Childish Gambino song.
Yep.
That bonfire, right?
Yep,
Yeah, that shit was
Bonfire.
fire. That shit was fire.
Yeah, the house party. That was fun.
Yeah. That was a crazy ass fucking video too.
How'd you
Yeah,
learn
it's
drums?
fun.
Who taught you drums?
My cousin Marcus Blanton,
Okay.
part of the Stovall clan.
Alright, yeah.
I will always give my credit to him. He taught me rhythm. And then outside of that, Mr. Clark in band, you know, in high school, he drove me and disciplined. Just like getting things done, you know, practice, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm never too good for that.
You ever work with Mr. Bennett?
Oh, Mr. Bennett. One, he
Yeah.
owes me ice cream, and I'm sure he owes a lot of people ice cream. But Bennett, I would love to do, like, remember when Kenny Morris was in his like shows and like plays?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
God
a
rest his
musical
soul.
almost. God rest his soul. Yes, it was like a musical. That's part of why my name is Divine Musical Transition, to break that down. Divine, the divinity. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
light. But the musical part, I want to bring that aspect back. Like when I perform, I don't want to just be up on the stage with a mic. I want people to act out what I'm saying. We'll get there, but the
Yeah.
transition
I
is
feel what you're
just
saying.
transition is life, death, life. It was a transition to get to where I am as an artist, period, musically, period. But a lot of death has happened, you know, in my family and my life, and it's just like I don't look at it as death. It's like a transition.
100%.
So
Yeah.
you know, when
Boy,
you're
just got
listening to
chills,
it,
dog.
yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So
That
is
really-
this what you want to do? Is music your whole life? Like,
Yeah.
is this
I'm
your
set
calling?
in stone. It's definitely a calling, and that's where the name came from too. Because you know it was Sicilian Black. That was more
Yeah,
some
yeah.
like I'm just starting. I need a cool name, you know, and
Yeah.
something that represents me. Because my mother was Sicilian, you know, my dad's black, so I just wanted to put them two
that's
together.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
You know,
Smart name.
But DMT, like it's funny that it makes you think of that, obviously, but my music makes you tap in, and that's what
Got
got
you,
know?
got you.
So that's my goal
Start
with that.
tripping.
But to
listen to
also
new
have,
music.
We're
you know,
actually now that I'm thinking about it, I'll play maybe a clip of your song in the beginning of the fucking show.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that would
yeah,
actually
so
be a good
we-
idea.
yeah, we'll do that.
Is there any other instruments that you play besides the drums?
I taught myself guitar this past year, and
Nice.
it's been a beautiful experience.
I
you
just
know.
bought a guitar. See, it's over there.
I saw
Are
that
you
when I
teaching
walked in.
yourself too?
yeah.
Yeah, I just bought a drum set too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did you really?
We're
Yo,
starting a-
self-taught,
we're
self-taught's
starting a
the way,
band.
man.
Oh,
I actually
gosh.
played drums when I was young.
No, we really are.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
What is it
Yeah.
going to be called? The Sharpays?
The Sharp
It'd be called Good Boys Band.
I mean, we're looking for members. So
Gotta find a bass player. We gotta learn to play
And
drums.
All right, how about
keyboard.
this? I'll play the tangerine.
I'll play
There you
Tangerine.
The
You heard
tangerine,
Isn't that
the
a
fruit,
vegetable or
the
something? Yeah.
tambourine.
Tambourine.
Yeah. I would have called it a tangerine
That's-
too.
I was gonna
so,
play
yeah.
the triangle, but you got.
All right, we got a tambourine and a triangle. And what are you gonna play?
I'm gonna play the piano.
The
Hey.
piano.
Yes, I'm
Do you know how to play?
Yeah, I do.
The
Diggs
keyboard?
No,
Tovin.
I'm lying.
He's like, yeah,
Nah,
you got real
I don't.
defensive.
Diggs
Like,
Tovin.
you know I'm lying.
Tovin.
Now that's one thing I regret about Mr. Working with Mr. Bennett, because he always told me he would teach me how to play the piano, and I just bullshitted him and never did it.
I know how to play the piano.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to play like the I know back in the day we used to play like that Rough Rider songs.
That don't count.
Yeah, piano's beautiful. I actually
That shit
know
was
a little
hard
bit of
back.
that too. So.
Yeah. My parents forced
Cool.
me to play piano for like 15 years.
It's not a bad thing to learn, right? Like,
I mean, it helped with like brain development,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
and my hands. Now that I'm trying, to play guitar,
so if you're making a band, why don't you just play the piano?
because I want to learn something new.
Oh, all right, but you know how to play the piano.
I know, but I don't want to do the piano. I finally escaped
We don't need no
my
keys.
parents.
Just have
It's been 84 years.
Yeah, like, I'm good. I'm all set. Thank you. And plus, I just put the guitar on the amp on skate punk on that what is it
Setting.
called, that on that setting, and I was like playing Blink 182 because like I learned like
Damn it.
That's dope.
no, not damn it, Adam's song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they say that you don't know how to play guitar until you learn how to play Crazy Train. Is that what it
I
is?
believe it. 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit's probably
Jeez.
fucking hard.
Yeah, that they say
About, like-
once you learn that, like you almost pretty much master.
What's that
guitar.
song by Buckethead that was on Guitar Hero way back when? You guys know what I'm
Oh,
talking
that
about?
shit
Yo,
was
that
bad,
shit was
serious.
nuts, bro.
Or Atreyu.
What's
Do you guys remember it?
Trey
It
was dope.
Yeah, it was on Guitar Hero and it was like like it was almost insane. Like
Oh,
you could
that
not-
song, yeah.
What was it? What was the crazy one? Was it Fire Flames or something like
Yeah,
that?
but that was by Buckethead. I
That's
think.
the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Through the Fire and Flames.
Through
I
the Fire-
think. Through the Fire and Flames. Yeah,
I never played Guitar Hero. ever.
I loved Rock Band
Yeah,
so
Rock
much.
Band.
Rock Band,
Shit.
yeah, but I bought the whole setup and I had the everything sucked on Rock Band. It never, like, it didn't work correctly.
It was just like one big ass controller. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a real
Right.
guitar, right? Like,
Well, yeah, but so was the Guitar Hero. But Rock Band put like the drum set, and then he had bass, and I had the whole thing. But like when you went to go sing, all you had to do was go, like you don't have to sing the actual song.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just kind of hum the what
and then the register.
rhythm?
Yeah.
Melody.
melody? Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
But all right, man. Sober October. So let me. How long you guys think you could last? 30 days?
I'm gonna try to go the whole October.
I'm gonna go a whole October
Yeah,
too,
I'm
buddy.
Yeah.
I think it's a personal thing, man. I think it's cool that we're all taking this pack together healthily,
It helps
It most
to
definitely
have
helps.
somebody else on the
Yeah.
journey with you,
Yeah.
and
For
like you
real.
can it's like a sponsor when you're like
Yeah.
an alcoholic or something.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have each other on three-way call.
Yeah.
It could go, but look, it
I'm
could
about
go
to do it,
both
bro.
ways. It could go both ways though, because last night when Diggs wasn't answering me and fucking Soul, we
Yeah.
were about to spark up.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
crazy.
All three of you really need an AA meeting, NA meeting.
Well, no, he texted me at like what 9 o'clock. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Are you smoked today?" And I was literally like thinking about like, "Damn, I'm really." And he texted me that I'm like, "Nah, I didn't." And if you didn't text me, I probably would have.
Right.
So,
Yeah, if
man.
one
it's
of you
good.
guys fails, you're all gonna fail.
Let us
because-
know so we
because
can roll up.
everyone's just like, fuck it.
Well, he did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but-
Right.
No, we gotta
No.
stay strong, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I was playing GTA. That's why I didn't answer the phone. Like y'all thought I was
Look.
getting high.
Yeah, like you were
Motherfucker plays
passed out
GTA
in
for
the
7
corner.
hours straight.
You
It's
decided
like,
to take
I
up
will
heroin.
not smoke weed, man. He was getting higher on the game and shit.
Yeah, I can't even play the game, because my broken hand. So I just been staring at my cat all week.
No, but like for real though, what have you been doing?
I'm sure that's been
He's been
tripping
having
you
a
out a
staring
lot.
contest
Bro.
with his cat, and he said he lost.
But what
every time.
He said
what
he
have you been
lost.
doing?
Yeah.
Like watching TV?
I've literally been watching like that Wu-Tang show.
Yes!
we just
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
the
We just
whole
finished-
thing
we just
last
finished
night.
the
That
rest of
show,
the-
I'm all caught up. So I
Yeah, same.
started looking up YouTube videos of them. Like
Oh, yeah, I just started watching
I had to
some
watch
fucking-
more of them
Bro,
because like their
facts.
story is amazing.
Yeah,
and like
man.
when they came out and just the direction that they took it,
And
it's
it's like-
inspiring. you
It's
know what
like
I
their
mean?
whole, I was reading about it. Almost the entire show is more or less like truthful.
Oh yeah,
it's a
it's
little-
written by them.
It's it's written by them, and then you actually learn they make it look like nicer than they actually lived. So I was learning about like remember the first season where they all lived in the basement or whatever.
Yeah.
They actually said that the entire family, all 8 of them, lived in the basement, not the whole fucking house. So all they had was the
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
in the
God.
show, like they made it seem like they had a whole
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Nah, it was actually much grimier.
Right.
They just
I
all
mean-
lived in one fucking basement.
Yeah, and they like pulled that mats and just laid on the floor
Yeah.
to go to sleep, and then woke up and did the music and shit, bro.
That
The
reminds me,
grind.
not to get off track with the whole show, but it reminds me of Wu-Tang. You guys ever see the picture of Method Man with his beard shaved off? Looks like Felice Johnson.
Nah.
You know, you remember the Booty Warrior?
Yeah.
He looks just like him.
Nah, I never seen
I gotta,
that
I gotta
shit.
try and pull it up. He
Did
looks
you?
just like him.
He fucking plays in Power now too. As
Method
Power,
Man?
yeah, Power Book 2.
I
You
haven't
guys
watched
it?
not one episode of that
Power
shit.
Book 2. Yeah, he's
Nah, I
the
haven't seen it
he's
yet.
the
watch
lawyer
the first
for
one?
Yeah,
Tyreek.
I watched the first one.
for Tyreek's mom in it.
Yeah, Power's dope. I haven't
Yeah.
caught up to it though. I've seen the first season.
Oh, Wu-Tang. I was mad as fuck. Joey Badass didn't come back. You see
yeah,
that shit?
for Inspector Deck.
Yeah, because he was playing in Power on Raising Kanan or whatever, which he did fire on. But I wish
He was
but
like barely in it.
he was barely in it, but he would have been in it. But the motherfucker that they put to play Inspector Deck, his voice was almost exactly the same in my opinion for Protect Your Neck. You heard that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like souped up watching that shit last night. Like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
Protect Your Neck. It's like,
Well,
Bro,
hold
that's
on.
all I've been doing all week.
The main character is RZA, right?
Yeah.
Like his accent's a little bit too,
well,
hard for me, right?
The
like,
first
So
season
weird.
it was
Yeah.
totally different, and the second season it's like his accent is just off now. Like,
He
he's
just sounds
trying
like a
super
robot.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think
it's
someone
weird.
said something to him about it in the first season, so he made a little adjustment.
doubled
for the
down
second
on it,
one,
if
yeah.
you ask
he-
me.
if anything, he fucked it up more.
I know.
Yeah.
He's just so weird. He's just like a strange person.
Yeah.
I don't believe that nigga talk like that. Like
You ever seen his modeling pictures? I'm pretty sure he's gay.
Nah.
Who, RZA?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, well, not RZA, but Bobby.
Oh, the
who
guy
played,
that-
who plays
yeah.
Bobby. Yeah, bro, he's like
gonna
wears
say,
the craziest clothing.
I hope
and,
Wu Tang don't watch this. Shit.
Yeah, nah.
He's
Yo,
British.
RZA, I love you.
I hope they do
M-A-T-H,
watch
my
it.
bad.
And you know he has a British accent.
Oh,
normally.
that's
British.
why he got that fake hardcore accent. Cause he's not
It's the same as the dude in Snowfall. That,
Yeah.
that
I didn't
played-
watch that yet.
He nails the hey cuz, you know, he nails that accent, but you listen to him and like outside of it, and he's from the UK.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
a lot of people who play in TV shows are like that. I think there's like 3 people from The Walking Dead who
Really?
they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
British.
And Sons of Anarchy, the fucking main star, of that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fucking
Jax,
Yeah.
yeah,
he was
and he
British.
did really good on that
Isn't
show.
it funny when you
Except-
hear like
well-
a foreign person doing American accent? It's like the funniest shit ever.
But
They,
yo.
they
Like,
sing that way too. Like
Yeah.
they fucking sing in English, and then they talk in their interviews. They're like, "Hello, mate."
Yeah.
Like the whole thing sounds just like this, and then at the end of the show, like, thank you so much.
Right.
You've been great.
Good night, New York.
Like, how'd you switch like that?
yeah, but
it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, I never knew Dua Lipa was British.
should have known by that name.
She
Is it-
sounds
well, is it-
Brazilian.
She's Albanian.
Isn't
Oh
isn't
shit.
isn't
Dua Lipa sounds
Ella,
Brazilian.
isn't Ella May? Isn't she British?
Yeah. She is.
Probably.
I
Wouldn't
think
be
so.
surprised, man.
Who's that black tall actor that everybody wanted to play James Bond? What the fuck is his name?
Mhm.
Aldris Albert or something.
yeah, I was
Oh.
about to say,
Something,
I
I
wasn't
forget
sure.
his name.
Idris
but
Elba.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
another one with a British accent. I used to watch him on The Wire, and then all of a sudden I see him
Yeah,
doing
The
the fucking
Wire.
talk shows, and he's like,
British.
"Yeah, it's the weirdest shit ever. I couldn't even believe it."
I would like him to play 007 though. Yo, hold up. I saw this weird thing. They're trying to get a female to play 007 or some bullshit. I'm
I
like,
don't know.
just make a whole new character, my guy.
Right.
Make
Yeah.
008.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
something.
yeah. I think it might even go to sing for black people for the black 007 because
What are you gonna name her?
like
Jamie
007 is supposed to
Bond?
be
Jamie
like
Bond.
inconspicuous
Jamie
and
Bond.
like blend into the room.
I guess you're right.
Like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
To have a
like,
black guy
what
going all
blends
these
into the
rich
room
ass
more than the
motherfuckers.
average white guy.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. You're right. That's a
Yeah.
Jane
I can see that.
Bond.
You know what would
Jamie
be?
Bond.
You know what would
That's better
sound
than what we
really
said.
overwhelming? If we had Morgan Freeman do a British accent.
Morgan Freeman. Is
Morgan
he still
Freeman.
alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got the
shit.
V word.
Or Samuel L. Jackson if he
yeah.
said
Yeah.
motherfucker in a
He's
British
gonna
accent.
That'd be hot.
that.
That'd be hot.
Yeah. Right.
How do you even do
Motherfucker.
that? I can't even do it. She's like, I don't want to hear that. It's bad enough in English. This motherfucker says motherfucker so many motherfucking times.
As you said, 3 motherfucking times.
Anyway, let's
Anyway,
to
Yeah,
psychedelics.
we're
So,
trying to
yeah.
go sober. So that's what this all.
Yeah, we're all
started
sober.
from.
That's why we
Your
started.
name is
Probably why
DM
we're rambling.
Your name is DMT, obviously for a different type of DMT. But have you ever done DMT?
Once.
Yeah.
I've done it once.
Let's hear it.
Did you?
And
You took 3 hits.
I put in a bong and a little bit of weed.
That's like Changa, I
And
think it's
took
called.
I didn't take like a couple. I took one huge hit,
You blast off.
and yeah, I was stuck for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Not gonna lie, but it was a great experience. You know what I mean? And it had nothing to do with my music career. Like DMT and actual DMT, like so far apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like a time period when I was younger. I was interested, so I tried it. I was still Sicilian Black. Never thought to become DMT. You know?
Well, yeah,
but
of course.
It's funny because your real name matches up with DMT as
yeah,
well.
DMT. You can't spell my name without it.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
That's a fact.
So
That fits you a lot better than
Yeah.
Sicilian Black, right?
Yeah, and plus SB, there's a couple. Not that they do music, but there's a couple SBs in Long
Yeah,
Branch.
yeah.
You know,
I feel like Sicilian Black is like coming to kill you, and then DMT is like,
Yeah, it
Coming to
sounds
save you.
yeah, exactly.
and you know what? I
kind of
am.
sounds like an anime character.
I have
Sicilian
calmed down
Black.
in the years, so it's a very
that
good
one.
representation. Because
Yeah.
Sicilian was like the assassin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I was more like my rapping was just go. I didn't really have like set songs and hooks. I was just spitting angrily. You know, it was my therapy. You know, I'm mad. But
Yeah.
now I'm more contained and I'm more for the people more than myself. It's still therapeutic for me, but I can speak for people that don't have the expression ability. You know,
Yeah.
like we
Yeah.
might all go through the same thing, but he may not know how to express what he's going through. And that's where I come into play. I might talk about something that he's going through, but I worded it for him. And that's what makes music resonate with people. You know, I think that's
agree.
the biggest thing.
I think because I've been listening to music the past couple of days a lot, and yeah, man, you just say a lot of shit that's on my mind, like a lot. And I like tried to play with music and try to rap, and I'm no rapper. I'm more of a fucking visual artist, but like that, you
Which
just
is
say.
very dope at what you
Yeah.
do.
Thank you. But yeah, you just say everything that I'm thinking when it comes to like the spiritual shit and the government and like.
Oh, yeah.
I just love rap like that. That's my favorite type of hip hop.
Are you kind of like Enya?
What's in ya?
Yeah, literally synchronized,
shit.
right on point. Both of them.
That was dope.
Y'all spend too much time.
You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Might have to sample
I have
that.
to take these headphones.
should.
off.
I don't know who
Hit Trifle, have him throw down the beat for me.
her dad's a neurologist.
Yeah.
He's a neurologist, and he's like, oh, hip hop and rock and roll is the devil's music, and it's bad for your brain. So he only listens to like Enya and like shit like that.
Wow.
And there's this other band that's called like Indigo something. I don't even know what it is, but it's literally the weirdest. Like it's not like EDM music. It's literally just like alien noises. It's like
A bunch of synths
oh yeah,
and shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah. And then my dad's like obsessed
It's a
with
low
it.
key dubstep,
But
meditation
It's not.
It's
trap.
It's
binary beats.
It
meditation
almost has,
trap.
like, it has like no like rhythm.
It's
It's
just
just
dub.
like random
No
noises.
step.
No
That is
step
the
to
weirdest
it.
shit
Just
ever,
dubbing a whole
really.
bunch of shit.
Did you guys when you were younger? I remember like me and Ty. I don't know if you remember. We found these like YouTube videos that were like binary beats that were supposed to get you high.
Oh,
when we
the
were, like
eye
13. Eye dozers.
Yeah.
And we were listening to those, and like as I'm older now, I understand that they were just binary meditation beats. But they were tricking us into meditating as a kid, so we would try to get high.
But see, I never
That's
felt
funny.
anything with that. Didn't you say you
Did you
felt
feel like
something?
I
was
didn't
high?
feel high, but I felt like
You was
how
probably
I
in a
do now in
meditative
my
state,
meditation.
yeah.
Yes.
Uplifting.
I thought,
Yeah.
I thought you
Yeah.
said like I thought there wasn't there one time where you're in your room and you like threw your headphones across the room and you're like I heard
Nah,
screaming.
it was maybe Billy, Ty.
So when you did take the DMT, do you remember anything that you saw?
The main thing I could tell you is colors.
It's
And-
colors,
and, people's colors. Like, you know, everyone has like a color like above them, like their aura.
yeah, yeah.
I could see that, and then just the particles you won't see that are floating around now that you would see if you're on there. It's just
Yeah.
like it's like a different world. It's kind of like you
Yeah.
kind of see the energies around you, you know. But luckily, it doesn't last too long.
Yeah. Did you see the like they say like if you like look into like a kaleidoscope, did you see those type of shapes?
Oh, I didn't even look inside. It was like a.
no, I'm not saying an actual kaleidoscope. I'm saying like when you
Oh,
closed your
like-
eyes, did you see those type of shapes?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Would you consider it a good trip or a bad trip?
It's a good trip.
All right.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing
Did
negative.
you speak to like anybody?
I was with one of my boys who's actually in the band with me now, so it's kind of cool. But
You don't want to wipe his.
yeah, we were at a house party already, so we were already kind of turned up. And then our boys like,
Oh,
yo, I got
really?
DMT, so it
Oh,
was just like, all right, fuck it. You know, I've been hearing about it. I tried salvia a little before that, and people told me that it was, you know, stronger than that. So I was like, hey,
That salvia, I seen somebody jump out of a window
Tap
off of
in.
that shit.
that shit's
yeah,
like-
I was one and done with that. I took that 15 minutes. Like, so you see the edge of the couch over there, like the arm? I was
Yeah.
sitting on that up against the wall, and I thought I was a kitchen counter connected to the wall for
my
15
God.
minutes. Literally, I thought I was my
See,
legs were the counter
couldn't
and my
do that,
back
bro.
was
I'd
the
start
wall,
freaking
and I
out.
was just sitting there like this, like.
I heard a lot of stories like with like acid, like people thinking that they're like a glass of orange juice or something.
Acid is crazy.
Nah, like seriously. I
Acid
mean,
is crazy.
granted, it was when I was growing up. Like, I mean, I'm sure people are just making up stories. Where somebody said something about like this dude thought he was a glass of orange juice, like, and it like mentally fried his brain into thinking it, and he was so scared people
Now he
would tip
believe-
him that they
yeah.
actually sent him into a mental hospital because like he was afraid of being tipped over.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I like, and now me
Wow.
being me, like, if that was true, like, and say you felt that way, I'd just be like,
I'd probably try to drink myself if
Yeah.
I was orange juice.
I like orange
I
juice.
love orange juice.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if
You
that
would have to
actually
be like,
is true.
whoop.
Yeah, right. What's the first
Think of the
step?
visual.
I'm just sitting there like, how am I gonna go about this? Like,
You have to rock it so it splashes out.
so what is
Well,
so?
I think that's a fake story. By the way.
I think it is
'Cause,
too.
like,
but I'm just.
I think it's what we were told when we were younger to not take psychedelics, but
Because you'll turn into a glass of
yeah,
orange
yeah, yeah.
juice.
No, that's like one of the stories my mom told me was like, oh, you're gonna fucking think you're a glass of orange juice. For the rest of your life. I was like, okay, I won't do it
Never
then.
heard that. That's so funny.
Nah, but I don't know. They try to scare us not to take these psychedelics that, in my opinion, are one of the greatest drugs of all mankind because like, motherfuckers taking opium.
Yeah,
And, like,
if I could replace every drug I ever did with a psychedelic,
100%.
I would.
Why not? Like,
Yeah.
it's just it's healing and
It's
even
mind opening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you have like, I like to say, if, like a bad trip is a good trip disguised as a bad trip. You know what I mean? Like if you have
You
a
said
bad
it wrong.
trip, what?
You said it wrong.
A bad trip is a good
It's a good
trip.
trip.
Disguise. Oh no. A good trip is.
A
bad
bad
trip is a
trip
good
is a
trip
good trip
disguised
disguised.
as a bad trip.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
How?
Wait, did you say it
Well,
right?
because
Yeah, no,
trip.
he said it right. He
Well,
said
it
it
right.
right.
the last time I took like that last time I told you I took an eighth of mushrooms, the ones you took, and I fucking
Yeah.
died. It was a terrible trip, but the next morning I woke up and was like, oh, I feel better because I endured that pain and that shitty
Yeah.
fucking feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was a little scary for me.
There was one time I tripped on shrooms. I took a whole eighth a few years ago, and it like the beginning of it. You know, how some people like have to throw up, and then it kicks in,
Yeah.
and they have a good time. Like mine smacked me with all my flaws, like everything bad about myself. It was just like even shit that people don't even know. It was just like, all right, this is you.
Yeah.
And I like started crying and shit, and then I started to feel better. You know, I got over it, but
Shows you yourself, man.
yeah, it shows you all of you.
This
Yeah.
kid,
All of you.
this kid I knew took shrooms for the first time, and he was just walking around his house, and he was just hysterically crying, but smiling. Like he was like, I don't know why I'm crying, and literally like real like tears.
I yawn
coming
a
out of
lot
his face.
too. when
Yeah,
I'm on
yawn a
shrooms.
lot, and
I
like
yawn and tear.
my eyes are just like
Mhm.
forever.
It's like what's wrong?
Billy really doesn't know the whole psychedelic experience yet. I can't wait
Wow.
till you really jump on board.
Yeah, you gotta eat a whole eighth.
You
I
gotta
don't
eat a
know
whole
if I
eighth, take a
can,
couple
man.
tabs.
I haven't done a
know.
whole eighth.
What are
in
you so
years.
scared
I
of?
did an eighth one before.
The
Well, Billy doesn't-
everlasting
Feeling.
trip.
That's
did-
never gonna happen, especially not from an eighth.
But
Yeah.
It could-
But
it-
see, the thing is
he
I
doesn't-
really don't do any drugs, so like it
Even
can
better.
You
hit me, like-
handle the DMT better
Oh.
than like
Oh, if you could do
Anybody I've
DMT, you could
seen.
take some shrooms.
I agree, but
DMT is like the
I
papa.
think what scares people, like him,
because
is
it's long.
It's
how
just
long
yeah,
it
how
is.
long it is.
Right,
'Cause
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
now the
Yeah.
times that I have smoked like weed, like I like the first 5 minutes is great. I'm like, holy, I feel great, and then it's like, damn, how long is this gonna last? I don't want
I
to be
got
high
several
anymore.
Yeah,
hours
but I mean
more.
that's like with everything. You're gonna have moments like even when I don't know when I was playing like softball, I'm like holy shit, like when the fuck is this game over? Like you have moments where you're gonna want it to be over, but then you forget about it,
Yeah.
and maybe it'll come back up again. But you're not gonna spend every single minute like looking at the clock. Like
Well, no, I know that. I
6
mean,
hours,
obviously, I would
59
have
minutes.
to be doing something in the meantime. Of like, I wouldn't just be sitting there.
honestly, you
I know
probably
that
don't
you
even
need to
have to do
meditate.
anything. You could literally be sitting by yourself in your room.
I think your
and
first
alone
time
with your
Not-
thoughts.
should
not
be
for
with
my
us.
first
That's
time.
probably
yeah,
the best
not-
way to
not
do
for
it.
my first
Yeah.
time.
We're
Be with a
Yeah.
group
We-
for your first time. Should be with us, man. And
Yeah.
good group of
I
people.
mean,
yeah.
But didn't you guys just say that like
Wait,
psychedelics?
psychedelic.
Like,
All
does
right,
it
so
really
we have to
count?
draw the
One
line. The,
day.
the
We have to-
psychedelics being intoxicated.
But see, the thing is,
If you're
Alright,
microdosing,
to
no.
somebody who's never done it, yeah, but to us, like,
no, but see, even to someone who's never done it, I feel like it's really not. It's not a drug because you are actually experiencing something different.
I'm gonna
It's
tell
not-
you why
you're
it's
like
kind of the same though, because it alters.
But
Your
it's for the
mind.
better though.
Yeah, but it still
Like
alters.
so is weed
alcohol-
until you
Nah,
fucking
So as
take it,
long as
smoke
it's
it every
mind
day.
altering, it's considered.
Yeah, I think so.
not
Maybe
being
Jay shouldn't
sober.
be here.
But
Yeah.
nobody does mushrooms every day. Like
Relapse.
they would mentally not be able to handle it.
True.
So it's not on the same,
Yeah,
thing
but
as
then
weed or
you
alcohol.
guys watch that motherfucker Shane Moss, the comedian?
Yeah.
He took that shit for like, I don't know, 3 months straight, mushrooms every day, and he ended up having like a little mental breakdown at the end of the 3 months.
Right, because you can't do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
too
You
much
can't
of
do that.
anything, even if it's good, is bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too much, what, coming, pussy, fucking anything,
Yeah.
bro.
Seriously.
Anything.
Even weed.
Yeah,
Too many
exactly.
fucking.
So I mean, you could use the
Salads.
same. You could use the
You'd
same
be miserable by the end
argument,
of the
like
week.
you know, with anything. Like, why do psychedelics fall under that if they're supposed to be helpful? Because even water, like if you drink too much water, you could die.
I know that.
Yeah,
but
I think it's like 14 glasses and you could die or something.
because
shit like that.
I'm just saying,
Learned
like,
that on
I think
TikTok.
psychedelics count as a drug and not for sober October, in my opinion.
But you don't do them like ever, so it's not like you're taking a break from it.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
you just-
mean?
It's
Yeah, I
just
get
being
what you're
so.
saying.
The idea
Yeah.
of being sober for the month and not having to, put any substance in your body. I shouldn't even been drinking
Don't
coffee.
you think the psychedelic experience would be even better?
I think at the end of the month, I'll definitely trip the end of the month once I'm done with the
Absolutely. Yeah.
sober October.
Take a
definitely.
whole eighth.
Hell yeah, I'll do that.
That's
But
how I take them anyway. Take a whole fucking eighth.
Soldier.
the last time I took it was fucking. I got fucked up, man. It was terrible.
That's
think
how I
for
took was on
me-
the 4th.
For
4th of
me,
July.
honestly, sober October is mainly like the drinking. Not that
Yeah.
I'm not alcoholic, but the past few months I've been drinking a lot more. And if I wasn't drunk, this wouldn't have happened. So it's just like certain decisions you make when you're drunk and intoxicated. You kind of don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because I don't think your hand would be broken if you were sober. in that
Even if I was
situation.
just on shrooms or just high,
You would never do
in
something
the
like that.
situation I was
Never.
in, I'm not gonna bring them up because I don't even want to give them no shine.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I wouldn't have acted that way. And
Well, you know what I've noticed too, like even when I've drank, and even if I've drank, I don't get
Yeah.
drunk anymore. Like I literally do not drink.
Sounds
that
like
way
an
to-
alcoholic.
That
it's like a stimulant.
no, like I really like. You all remember me. I used to drink until I almost got blacked
So
out.
you just
So
get buzzed.
Billy,
Yeah.
don't drive home.
Billy
We'll drive you
blacked out.
home. And Billy's like, nah, I'll drive home. And then
Yeah.
flips his car.
Only once.
Only once. I only flipped my car one time.
Anyway, so like, but now it's to the point where I have a couple beers and like I'm set. Like 2 beers and I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Except when you're drinking
Done.
at the podcast.
Well, that's because I just like. I'm,
And he's
I'm
like,
so-
oh, I don't know, guys. What subject are we on?
This thing on?
But no, but I've realized now, like even there has been like a couple times that I've had like a little too many, like, and not to the point where I'm drunk, but like to where I'm feeling it.
You
And
feel
I'll-
over your limit.
I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like, damn, like I feel like the whole world is mad at me for some reason. Like I don't know. I
just
I
mad at
don't like that
yourself.
feeling.
That's what
Yeah,
it was.
exactly.
You're
But
in
I
your
just-
own universe, man.
I don't like that feeling. You know what I mean? So like
It's called
I
a hangover.
Really, no, but it's not.
It's called
even-
blacking out, not knowing exactly what you did. Therefore, you probably did
No,
fuck up.
but
Right.
see, but that's the thing is I wouldn't drink that much. It's just to the point where I'm starting to feel nice and wavy, and then I wake up and I'm like, damn, like I'm
I'm a piece of shit.
what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Like
We also getting older. We can't, even if you're drinking less, you still can't drink the way you drank
Nah,
6, 7
that's-
years
that's
ago.
very true.
Yeah.
It
I
takes
had-
a toll,
yeah,
bro.
I
It really
had 2
does.
shots and I wake up in the morning like,
Yeah.
You know what though? I haven't had like now that when I drink and I go to like the events and stuff and I'm drinking, I never have a problem waking up in the
Yeah,
morning.
but you only have a couple drinks, so you tell me at least. And you don't
I mean,
seem
wouldn't you
drunk
be
when
able to
come
tell?
home.
Liar.
Well, no, I'm
So
just saying
you
you don't
tell
seem
me.
I
drunk. when you
drive
come-
home
Yeah, but we
for
don't.
like an hour.
You don't seem drunk when you come home, so it's like
Yeah.
you're not really like.
Well, what are you
Taking
drinking?
overboard.
Wine?
Bless you.
Ew.
burp.
Did you say bless you?
Yeah.
I guess I drink like Tito's and cranberry. That's my go-to
Nice.
Mine's too.
I love
That's-
cranberry.
with a
but-
splash of
Clear
club.
liquor, man.
I
That's,
don't like drinking, man.
And I love moonshine.
I was
but-
going overboard.
that's some
right
strong shit.
Right when we met, I was going overboard for like 2 years. Would go out twice a weekend, every single weekend, blackout every
Oh,
single
wait.
night.
Didn't somebody else crash their car?
Not while I was drunk. The fuck you
No,
mean?
he was texting.
Oh no, I got a DUI.
Oh, he was texting you.
I-
Like,
I got a DUI.
No, I thought you like
No, I
hit
never-
someone.
no.
too.
I've been drinking
when
and
he was
driving for
texting.
years. And
Yeah, no, I
never
was
put a
texting.
DUI.
Yeah, I got a DUI. And that, which was all my fault because like I just
You were
got
drunk?
shit faced. I got shit faced with Ty, and I made him come out that night, and he was like, maybe we shouldn't. I was like, fuck that. We drank me and him drank a whole entire fifth together. This motherfucker's thrown up on the streets of Red Bank, and I'm like, all right, we got to get into the car, bro. And I start driving his car. Get pulled over almost instantly, and like
The
every
cops
time,
were probably watching
Yo,
you guys
every-
like puke
facts.
everywhere.
every
Right.
time I go to Red Bank, I always get in trouble. Like it's a fight or the DUI or anything, bro. It's just Red Bank's not a place for people from Long Branch.
Not a place for Jay. Either.
No, but I was going overboard for a couple of years, and it's just I didn't get anything out of it. How many times can you go to the same exact bar and drink with the same people and not remember anything? Like how many times can you do that?
See, I don't get that drunk where I black out.
I've
You're
only
a big
blacked
guy.
out 2 times in my
I think it
entire
probably
life.
happened to me once.
You're a big guy.
And that
though.
was just from like drugging and drinking for like
It's a
days.
He's
Like
not even telling what drugs.
yeah,
He's like,
drugs.
weed.
We're just gonna
Drugs.
say drugs, alright?
Try
Like
some purple monkeys.
Oh my god, bro! Don't even start.
Pink Transformers.
Yo, I didn't even take them shits, but I saw motherfuckers said they were hallucinating.
I remember like being in Woodrow and seeing old boy pass it out to everybody.
Pass
yeah.
what out?
And then
Purple
the
monkeys.
purple monkeys
What's that?
come back a half hour later and the whole entire Woodrow is filled with throw up.
Fucking Mikey and Snacks told me that they were in the backyard of Ty's house on West Street, and they said they felt like they were in Vietnam. Like there was like shooting going on around them and shit. Like they
Nah,
were
yo.
actually
This
hallucinating.
that shit turned me into The Rock one night.
I
Turned into The Rock one night, bro.
Right where the pool used to be. He was pacing back and forth. Yeah, and whenever somebody walked by, he'd shove him and go, "You smell what the Rock."
Yo, that shit turned me into The
Yo,
Rock.
that
bro.
same
I'm
night-
telling
The
you.
Rock, bro.
That same night, he gets up, stands on top of the couch, and starts going like this. And Snacks goes, "Yo, what the fuck you doing?
He
You're
was
dirty
giving
in the
motherfuckers
couch."
the
He
eyebrow
looked at
and
him. He was
shit.
like, "Man, fuck your couch."
That's
Yeah, I
funny.
was so lit that night.
It's
bro.
funny.
I swear to God, I thought I was.
That was what I never took an EPO before that, and that was the first night I was gonna take it, and I was like, nah, maybe not. And thank God I did it because I would have hated like,
Yeah, you'd
or
have
maybe
been-
I would have never done them again after that shit. You feel me? But
Yeah.
But that had like kind of like the same side effect as like you were saying with like shrooms. Like I feel like
Yeah,
everybody
people were
had to
hallucinating.
throw up and then they felt good and
no,
started
those were
hallucinating.
definitely that had
Yeah.
psychedelics in them, some kind,
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
acid or some shit. You feel
Well,
me?
that's when
Yeah.
E-pills were good. Now they're just full of fetty.
Yo,
Yeah.
fentanyl
Yeah.
is disgusting, and everybody
Yeah.
who takes pills that is fentanyl laced, you guys are crazy.
Nah,
Y'all gonna
absolutely.
die.
I
A lot
know
of the times they don't even know that
But
it's
you-
laced.
but-
No, the
yeah.
people that are giving
There's
it
some
out
people
and
who
not
know,
telling
though.
people. Look at the
Yeah.
Mac Millers and the
Yeah,
actor that just
facts.
died. Like, you're fucking the game up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
that's
man.
That's what's really happening.
What was
You
that
know what
actor
it
that
is,
just
too? A
died?
lot of the
one that was
time-
on the wire. He
On
sniffed
the
some
wire,
coke and
yeah.
had some fentanyl.
Oh
know?
yeah, that was
Yep.
yeah. 50 Cent is a scumbag for clowning him. Honestly,
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't,
50.
he
a
said
lot,
some weird shit.
a
Right?
lot, but a lot of the time too. Although there are a lot of people who don't know that it's in there, there are a lot of people who do know, and the
don't give a
reason
fuck.
why, and the reason why they do it is because they have a dope head friend that ODs and dies, and they're like,
And they want
if he
that
got
shit.
if he got that high, that's what I want.
Right.
Yeah,
We
I used to
actually-
know a dope head that would
Sadly,
be like,
that
I
is the
want the
truth.
shit
The
with
hardest
fetty
shit.
in it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like
Shit's
straight
fucked
like
up,
that.
bro.
Uh,
And that's the biggest epidemic right now is especially heroin. Like it's so bad. Since I got out of high school 10 years ago, I've known over 2 handfuls of people who have overdosed and died.
Yeah.
Like that can't be
Yeah.
happening. It's
Same.
horrible.
Just
Like,
telling
fuck.
Diggs on the way here.
Ambulance.
My
Wait,
mother,
they really-
2016.
they
They,
really
they
prescribe
prescribed
Yeah, they
my
prescribe
mom a
it.
patch of fentanyl, and she died from it.
Are you
What?
fucking
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah,
I
it's not
always
just
said
the
the same thing.
streets.
That's crazy.
It's not just the streets.
Well, no, they
It's-
give it in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
prescribed my mother,
That's
They'll give it to you
fentanyl.
at the dentist if you're
and she
pulling
died. I
tooth,
found
like-
her. You
nah,
know?
hell no. I
Wait.
never
Just from a
did that
patch.
shit.
In the hospital?
No, I found her in her bed at her apartment.
Did she take it the wrong way?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know,
it might have just been.
but she was slumped
It
over.
might have
you
been
know?
too much.
and it
That's
had to be. But
that's
I was
how
telling
my
them
mom
too,
died.
like, it get a little deep, whatever. I'm an open book, but you know that she died that November in 2016. That May, before November, my sister found her overdose on 84 Xanax, right? Trying to, with her will on top of her, trying to go away, you know? So you give that person fentanyl, you prescribe that person fentanyl,
Yeah,
you
was
know
your
what I
mom
mean?
like a depressed?
That's
or
like straight up
She had
negligence.
PTSD,
Yeah.
she had COPD, she had a lot of shit.
That's what they do to
going, you
people
know?
though. They're
So-
like, oh, you're depressed and you're fucked up and you're suicidal.
Take
Here,
this,
take
this.
Let's make it worse.
And she
bro.
was
It
already
doesn't-
getting
it doesn't
surgeries, you
help.
know, for intestinal hernias because of the medication they've been giving her for years, for weight loss, for this, for that. And so you prescribe a person like that fentanyl, you know. So,
I truly believe that when you take shit like that, the devil speaks to you, man. Like
yeah,
the devil really speaks to you when it comes.
The
down
thing
to that
about
type of
drugs
stuff.
is they feel so fucking good.
right.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just
And,
hard.
but they
like-
say that, and obviously I'm not trying to make light of this at all. But they say when you take heroin, it is the best feeling you've ever had in your entire life. But it's something
on
that
my
you
deathbed,
cannot-
I might do it.
I
No.
would- I
on
would
my
not.
deathbed. Why
But
not?
you know what
If I
though?
die, why not overdose and have the
Every-
greatest fucking
What
high
if
of
you
your
don't
life?
make it
Because
to your
if you're on your
deathbed?
deathbed, you can't move.
But every
yeah,
single
my kid will be shooting me.
every
He'll just stick
my
it in the
God,
IV and
yeah.
just that's it. I'll be good.
anyway,
It's
every
either that or
single-
acid, bro.
take acid so you can at
like
least
10
get some
tabs.
answers.
Oh,
yeah.
Yo,
I'll be having the answers right when I die anyway. Either
So
way.
I made a mistake a couple weeks ago with acid, and I think I'm done. I fell
what you're telling
asleep
me
on it. Yeah, I think I told you this. I fell asleep on it, and that was the worst thing you could possibly do.
Why?
The dreams were
Because I
crazy.
mean, I wasn't intending to fall asleep. I was supposed to go somewhere, and I got a little argument. So I was like, I'm not going with them. I'm going home. So I fell asleep, and I woke up and I was tripping for like the next 2 days. But during my sleep, my wife told me I was like swinging my arms and like I slapped her a couple times. And so when I woke up, I was like, that's crazy, because in my dream I was slapboxing tigers.
Oh my God.
So I'm sitting there.
I mean, that sounds like
I'm
a fun
sitting there
dream.
getting them off me, but it means I'm hitting her and shit. You know, I'm like,
Oh
yo,
my
don't
God.
fall asleep on that
Punching
shit.
her in the face. You're like, I thought you was a tiger.
Yeah, man. I had to defend
Stop
myself.
looking like that.
I had
But
to
going
defend
back to
myself.
your best, no, you said, Billy, it's the best feeling in the world. It's one time. That's what everyone
Yeah.
says.
It takes
It's
And then they're
one
chasing that
time,
feeling
and
every
then
time
it
It's the same
never
with the
comes
crack.
back.
I mean,
Yeah.
ever.
wait, isn't that the same thing with weed though? My first time I was smoking weed, bro, it was with him, and there was the craziest
Goofy.
fun high I've ever had in my
No,
life.
you're
and I-
right though. But I've
Yeah.
had that high before though.
I've had it
Like,
again
Yeah, I've
once
had
in a
it
while,
again,
but
yeah.
it's usually after a
No,
fucking
you'll
tolerance
never
break
find
like
out
this.
with heroin or like meth
Yeah.
or
I was
anything like
I was
that.
watching I was reading an
Meth?
article.
You smoking meth?
Cut.
I was reading an
I
article.
wouldn't even know where to get it.
Ask the
and-
cops in Long Branch. They know where to
They-
get
they
it.
do it.
Yeah,
What
they
do you
make it.
19 years.
So yeah, that's
what?
right.
West End is
Made
fucking
it
El
in his
Camino.
basement.
Ask the cops in Long Branch. They
Breaking
make
Bad
it.
right in West End.
I
Come
was,
cop.
We should do an episode on that motherfucker because the press don't want to act like it's not happening and that he didn't do that. It was a motherfucking cop that sold meth for 19 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and meth, we don't even have meth out here. Where was he sending that shit?
Yeah,
like,
right. Like, who's
like, what was
doing
he-
meth?
He had to be making Molly, and I think they called it
Yeah,
meth.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
To get
I
to
mean-
get back to the Wu Tang
they-
thing,
they-
Because meth
called
is
weed
Molly.
meth.
They
Like,
take meth
Yeah, they
down
did.
south.
Well,
I was like, what?
South
I was
South.
like, hold up.
shit.
Like
Billy was gonna say
rednecks
something.
are
What were you
there.
saying before?
I was reading an article, and the guy, he was doing a what is it called when you go out and you speak to like an audience? Seminar.
Seminar.
Just
Seminar.
talking to people.
Yeah, pretty much like a
Motivational
seminar.
speaker.
Yes, and
Alright.
he was talking about how he was a drug addict, how he was a dope head, and he said that he throughout all his life, he drank, he smoked weed, all this, but he never did anything for him, and then he'd go down the street and see all these like dope heads and all this stuff, and he was like, I don't understand how these people get addicted to this. Like it can't. There's no way they can do that to anybody just
I'm gonna
one
try
time. That's exactly what
Nuh-uh.
he
It's like a
said.
challenge.
He said he was like, I'm gonna prove that you
Man,
can't get
I'm
addicted
dope.
to it. So he did it the one time, and that's where I heard it. He said it was the greatest feeling he's ever felt in his entire life. He was like, but when I sobered up from it, I couldn't go back.
What
I
a
couldn't go back to
dumbass.
sober.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
scary.
that was the same with the crack epidemic when it came out. People
Yeah.
took that and it was like, man, I need that high.
Yeah, it's
again.
that new age shit.
You know,
Ain't nothing like a new crackhead though. You ever seen a new crackhead?
No, I haven't.
Like how you a brand new crackhead? Crack been out for this long. You would
Word.
know.
You
Like
just tried?
Yeah.
Just
like,
coming off the
Like,
porch.
how'd you
Niggas
see your
got
family and was like,
longevity.
yeah, it looks good. You see your uncle in the streets, homeless as fuck, and you're like, yeah, fuck it, let's try it.
Yeah, like what the
Apparently,
fuck?
crack feels really good too.
All right, so obviously the whole acid is out of your ballpark now. So I'm assuming mushrooms is your go-to now.
yeah, that's I could say that's my favorite drug right now.
Yeah.
My
Some
favorite's
mushrooms.
acid, man.
Yeah,
I love acid with like so much.
acid.
bro.
Was fun. I think I fucked myself up by falling asleep on it. So I was just like that trip, like the
But you
trip
can't
for
count
2
that.
days. Yeah, but
Maybe
being
you should-
scarred from it is.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well,
you're gonna
that's
take
how I
it
feel
again.
about my last mushroom trip. I'm like scared to take mushrooms again, but I will do it
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again too.
Yeah, but you still haven't had like a crazy bad trip. One time
No.
I took acid by myself. I think I took 2 tabs. She was at like work or something, and she comes home, bro, and I'm like right here.
In like
you
fetal
know, but-
position.
And I'm like, you gotta rub my back.
I know you just be like, what
And
the
I'm
fuck did I
like-
get myself into?
I'm like, yo, you gotta rub my back. I'm like,
shouldn't have
I'm
even came
bugging out
home.
right here. Like, you just gotta help me. And she's like, all right, it's okay. I'm like, thank you, I needed that.
And he's like, all right, you can go now. Please go, actually.
Yeah, all right, I don't.
It's funny.
Yeah, man, fucking, it's just psychedelics in general. It's so weird that every trip could be different. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
trip is totally
I mean, it
different for
depends
me.
on like your environment.
But
I,
every time.
absolutely. That's why
It's-
like, I'm
it's like-
very
'cause you will-
selective of
not
when
even
I take
environment,
it.
your mindset at the time.
Yeah.
So like how you're feeling. Are you feeling okay? Or
I
you
don't know.
had a
I
bad
feel like
day?
That's-
I feel like that doesn't really sometimes doesn't really affect your mindset because
Well, if you're
you,
like
you could
pissed
be
off,
Haven't had that second one yet, but that like first experience that I had, I knew before we even did it, or going into the
I
actual
don't see it. Keep on, Billy.
going into the actual like time that we did it, because it was twice that day, but it was only the one hit, and then the second time I purposely, like right after, cleared my mind, and I made sure there was nothing going on in my head that I was thinking about.
We were dicks when to me DMT when we did it. I think Billy did it first, or I did it first, and I barely felt anything because I was like pussy.
Well, the first time we did it, it was like more of a
No, I'm talking about
microdose.
the second time.
Oh,
We all like do one by one, and then it's Diggs' turn, and we're like all basically talking to Diggs and like trying to tell him what to do, and like we shouldn't have done any of that shit.
Just let him ride.
But
Yeah,
no,
we
but-
should have just let it ride.
And
I
it
felt
was
like
so funny because at one point, like, we're all completely silent. Like, we stopped telling
yeah, we
him.
were like, all right, we're fucking him up.
We're like just completely silent, and all of a sudden.
So what
Diggs
were
is
y'all
like,
doing in that complete silence? Just staring
Just
at each
staring
other?
at each other. Yeah.
And then, yo,
Waiting
out of
for
nowhere.
you to get done, and then all of a sudden, Diggs is like, "Did you guys hear that?"
yeah, like
And
What'd
we're
you
like,
say? What'd you say?
What? He's like,
He's
everyone's
literally-
whispering, and we're
I
like,
heard y'all.
no
Y'all was
one's-
like,
we were dead silent.
No, we were
Dead
silent, bro.
silent.
Like,
It was
He was
like
like-
literally whispering.
And then Diggs is like, I could swear an alien. Oh, an alien told you to wake up.
Oh
right?
yeah, I heard
Yeah.
wake up, and I woke up, and then that fucking wall right there, that shit was like a fucking conveyor belt just moving. It was
yeah,
the weirdest shit
and
ever.
that's exactly what I saw.
Yeah,
And what would trip me out was I was sitting kind of where you are, but a little farther, and I was laying against the back. And these motherfuckers put on Rick and Morty. So I'm hearing that, and then I start hearing Jay talk, but everybody who's talking is repeating themselves. So he's like, Diggs, turn that down. Diggs, turn that down. Diggs goes, you think he's feeling it? You think he's feeling it? so like I get up and I look around, and that's when I saw the same thing Diggs saw. All the one side of blocks was going down, the other one was going up,
it
the other one
was
was
so
going
weird.
down. So I look, and
For
so
people
Jay
who
goes,
can't see, it's our fireplace.
So Jay goes, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah." And then as he says that, he goes to say something to Diggs, and his whole face breaks up into pixels. And it's kind of like when your TV glitches out and like someone's talking, and then you hear the like that's all I heard.
Wow.
And I was like, "All right, I gotta lay back down." Like, I close my eyes.
He's about to break through.
Fuck, are we about to do it right now on camera?
No, we're not.
Not a good idea.
All right.
So
Anything else we can
So
get?
let's see what happens by the end of the month.
Yeah,
with
well, this is
Sober
coming.
October.
This is coming out
We ended up
November
talking about
1st.
being drugs, like
Look,
Yeah.
by the end of the
Good
month,
episode.
but what's everyone's personal, like we're doing this together, but what's your personal goal about taking a break?
I want to get my mental under control because I feel like I have a psychological addiction to substances, mostly marijuana, but like even like mushrooms and acid. Like I did take a tolerance break maybe a couple months, 6 months ago, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do acid, and I'm like, that's a bad idea. Like be sober. You feel me? Be
Yeah.
alone with your thoughts and know how
Yeah.
you feel sober. So that way, when you get high, it's just that much better. I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah.
when was the last time you like spent a whole day sober?
Yesterday.
Well, besides like October.
Like fucking 4 months ago,
Yeah.
maybe. Like I try. I think
You hear how mad he was when he said
yesterday. Well, no, like 4 months ago, I wanted to do it myself. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna smoke weed for 2 weeks. I maybe a day went by, and I was like, nah, I gotta smoke.
Right.
What about you? Who's
It's
Dig?
probably been years.
Yeah,
Like I
no.
said,
But why do you wanna?
What's your goal?
my goal is to strengthen my discipline. That's what I want to do.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like I just want to make my
Join the
discipline-
military.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, be owned by the military.
Yeah.
Diggs. Nah, and when's the last time you were like really sober for a whole day?
Years.
Really?
Years. I smoke weed every single day.
For years, right?
Yeah.
Me
Like,
too. I would just once
But
in
you
a
gotta
while.
think like it really doesn't get you high anymore, does it?
It doesn't. I don't get high. I feel the normal. It makes me feel normal.
it gets. I've been smoking like really good weed lately, so it gets me high.
get
I take
high,
edibles
Yeah.
I don't. I fucking
Like if I smoked a lot in a day, then all right, by the end of the night, it's probably not gonna do much.
No,
but
listen, I
like,
smoke
that
on my
fresh
way to
blunt
work.
every day,
Smoke
it
at
hits
work,
you, bro. Get
and
high,
smoke on my
like-
way home. From
That's
work,
how I do
And
my
then I
life.
smoke when
I
I get
don't-
home.
yeah.
Like I'm at least 5, 6 in.
Bro, me and Diggs are the
At the end of the
complete
day.
opposite, bro.
Yeah,
like I can, you can blow weed into my face.
We're gonna-
I can get contact high and feel just like high as a kite. Like, I really don't smoke like that.
That shit shut off, but it's fine. We're almost done.
All right.
Wait,
let's
hold
wrap
on.
this
I
up.
want to hear
Oh.
what's your
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
So my goal is to just the discipline. I want to see if I could do it because
Yeah.
I haven't gone this long without smoking
It's
weed
completely
ever
personal,
since I
yeah.
started. You know what I mean? I think I went 4 days.
Said 4 days, like a couple years ago.
Since I was 19, since I
Oh
started.
my god!
It's
How old are
been
you?
I'm 30, so in 11 years, I think I went 4 days without smoking. So discipline, and I want to clear my mind, bro. I want to clear mind. I don't want to make any irrational decisions being drunk, you know. I just want to be clear. That's it, you know.
Yours is a lot to do with alcohol, yeah. You're
Yeah,
sober.
mainly because like the weed's not really a problem per se. It's just I do it too much. I get lackadaisical.
Well, didn't you
but-
say earlier like too much of anything is a bad
Yeah.
thing?
Right.
You know
Too
what I
much
mean?
of
Like,
anything.
and that's including weed.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
sometimes you gotta
just
take a
it's
break.
needed. I feel like it's needed. I'm appreciative that Diggs brought up the,
I appreciate you both.
he wanted to,
Yeah.
let's do this, and I'm like, you know what,
I would
let's
have
do
never
it.
thought about it if you guys didn't say
Right?
anything.
No,
Wow.
it wasn't on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't on my mind at
Yeah.
all. But that sometimes you need that to just like inspire you, for the
Yeah.
better, you
Yeah.
know.
And it just has a ring to it. Sober
Yeah,
October.
and then next month's No Nut November, guys.
Right? Because look, we could how easy it is for us to just be like, yo, let's take these shrooms.
Yeah,
Like, yo, let's roll up.
Like we
if
could
we
all
be,
get super high.
if we
right
could come
now if we
together
wanted
to do that,
then we can.
then we could come
together.
together to stop,
Yeah.
for a month
To
and
change the world.
get our minds right,
I think Billy, you should be every single day of October. You should be getting high every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
do
you
the
should
opposite.
do. Yeah. Non-sober
You
October.
want
hangover
one day's
October.
weed,
Anyone.
2 days shroom. All right, well,
This is a good one, guys.
DMT, it's been great having you
DMT.
Hey
on,
man,
man.
thanks
It's
for
been a
coming,
pleasure,
brother.
man. My first time up here. I've been watching all you guys.
Yeah, we're all about to just do DMT right now. Yeah, by the time you guys see this, Sober October will be over, and
Jay, what a
hopefully
relapse.
I
We'll
will
give
have
you an
relapse.
update.
I will have relapse in 6 hours from now, and
Nah,
All
stay
right.
strong. We're
Yeah,
staying
yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
this is the Eye2Eye podcast. I am Kill Bill.
I'm Jay Soul.
Diggs.
I'm DMT.
I'm Ryan.
No governments.
All right, good
you for
luck.
joining
Peace,
us.
peace, peace.
Peace out.